loss is not yet known.
Hey everyone, it's OSK, and if you're looking to take your Naraka Bladepoint gameplay to the next level, then I have a special treat for you today. I have some Naraka Bladepoint gameplay from yours truly that I will be breaking down so you can find out what top players are doing to really take it to the competition. In today's video, I will be going through a match where I got 8 kills pretty handily, and in order to show you how I go through my gameplay in the best way possible, I will be playing my fights unedited before jumping in and giving my thoughts on why I do what I do in my fights. This is a new gameplay breakdown series that I'm looking to do once per week with not only my own gameplay but other highly ranked players as well. So if you enjoy the breakdowns, then please feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more of this style of content along with general guides and other Naraka Bladepoint stuff. But now, let's get into the breakdown. You can see I'm heading into rival strength with ease, so this means that if my score is higher than my opponent, then my scores will be reduced at the end just to kind of make up. It doesn't really matter for the purposes of this video, but we'll go ahead and get into it. As you can see, I'm trying to be very quick with my looting because this is a gold area and it's a little hook there. But it's very important that I find a weapon as soon as possible, a melee weapon. You see I found a pistol, but I'm still so frantic because I need to find a melee. There's a nice little greatsword. The greatsword is going to be very important in this match. And a quick little note there, if you actually get on, let me back it up a little bit, a little teaching point. If you get on a flat surface like a wall or say at the side of a mountain, you can actually just go ahead and left click and it will scale rush you. It doesn't have blue focus, but it does get you to where you need to go pretty fast without wasting a grappling hook. Back upgrade feels nice. I'm hearing this guy all over the place, so I'm really trying to keep my eye out. I have my greatsword in the back for a mix-up. I don't want to use it primarily. I want to use the dagger to open things up, and then I want to get in. Switch out the pistol for the musket for the longer range.
Material riches, power fortune. Foes are among us. Everything the brave is.
So going back over this clip, the reason that I have the dagger the way that I do is because players can't see what your secondary weapon is, whether it's ranged or melee. So whenever he's coming in, right? I'm gonna do this frame by frame. You can see him on the right there, right side of your screen. Let me just fast forward. I don't see him immediately, but I see him right there. And then I'm gonna pull out my greatsword. By the time he's trying to attack me, he's not gonna know what hit him. So you can see right there, he's trying to get that jump attack that everyone loves to do with the spear. Back it up just a bit. He's going for it right there. He lands one. I notice he has blue armor, so he's not that much of a threat. So I'm going to try to catch him in the air, hit him once right there, and then this is where he really screws up because he tries to attack me right here. And I'm just going to charge up that vertical focus attack that we talked about earlier. And you can frame trap this so hard. He's so committed to this counter that you can literally just wait it out. And there we go. So if you're looking to use the greatsword, definitely make sure you master that blue vertical focus because that thing comes out instantly and you can really trip some people up with it. And as you can see, I deleted his entire health bar. There, now I have a bodyguard quest and I can see that this guy is relatively close. So I'm really just looking around and doing my little focus move. Very aware that someone's close by. Definitely don't want to get caught by anything. Switch over to the spear for the same reason that I had the dagger out first. Spear is great to get something started on. Greatsword is, again, great for the mix-up and also just tons of damage if they don't see it coming.
Ready to unsheath. Now it may perform.
So as I start off this fight, I really want to make sure to get the sun off so that I have the advantage. You can see I do that here. Now, at this point, I'm caught in the air. Thankfully, the third doesn't land. I'm really trying to get into the combo, but he has a really nice F, and that's unfortunate right there because you see me try to counter this, and it just doesn't come out fast enough. So at this point, I'm a little bit less confident with my counter ability, and you can see here, this guy has some ping issues, so that's going to be foreshadowing for later whenever I try to counter another of his greatsword attacks. It's really unfortunate that I'm behind this early, but this kind of leads into how you can sort of play around it. As you see there, he missed with his attack. That right mouse button it's really, really skinny if you're moving side to side, so you can kind of get around it a little bit right there. Also, I have the you can see the counter went there. You can see I'm trying to throw out those intangible dashes. I'm just doing a good job of weaving around. The F skill is to escape. And you can see from here on out, I'm just trying to keep my eye on him. You can see him right here on your camera. And really what you want to do is just try to heal in some way. And that's a really good example of why you use the focus cancel, because you can see as he's coming in, with the grapple right there. I don't see his shadow, but because I'm already so used to doing the focus attack cancel, I actually get hit. You can see it in the red right there, but I don't get stunned because I'm in blue focus. And then what do I do after that? I just dash out, and now I'm engaging. Now I'm driving the pace. Trying to land an uppercut, it didn't work. And at this point, I know that I'm screwed, so I am just spamming the V button for that ultimate, and the rest is history. And at that point, it doesn't matter if he hits his ult with the 70% damage reduction, because my damage is just too much, and that's the end of it. All right, someone left the golden pistol, so of course we're not going to leave that behind. And at this point, what I'm thinking is, okay, I'm getting into a more highly populated area of the map, and it's top 24. So right now, I don't really want to risk going anywhere. And at this point in the night, I hadn't gotten a win just yet. So I'm just going to hide in the bush and wait for the numbers to dwindle. Remember what we talked about with the more fights that you get in, the more likely you are to lose a match. So I'm just biding my time until the late game, and I can play around those third-party situations very well. Now that the zone's closing in on our position, we can go ahead. Oh, this is also a good little move with the greatsword you can do to get a little extra space. It's a little bit more difficult to do, and I'm fairly new to it, so I'm trying to master it myself. You can see I'm flubbing it quite a few times, but you sprint, you crouch, you jump, you hit left. I just hear a Tien high. Now we're gonna see how this fight plays out.
Attack our enemy. It will make you regret it.
Alright guys, so obviously that fight was against a bot, if you couldn't tell. Real players, unless they're really, really new, will not play like that. So I'm still going to break down some of the techniques I'm using with my greatsword though. You can see I'm really trying to make good use of that new traversal tool that I'm using with the greatsword. Trying to get the height advantage and see where he is. Once I find out where he is, I'm just trying to find a way to get in. What I'm trying to do is slide, jump, and then do that left click. It gives you so much reach, and it's a perfect way to open up a fight because you can land, you can hit another left, you can jump, hit a left, hit an uppercut, left, right, and it's just so dirty. Sorry for the pixels there. You can see I tried to do it right there, but he's knocked out way too far. You can also combine it with Yoda's F. From there, by the way, these bots have insane reaction time. I lose all my armor for that, but this is another reason why you use the second melee weapon in your immediate inventory, so that you can switch to it and then dish out the damage. Now, what's really interesting here is that the zone is going to be closing us out of this lower area in a little bit. So we're actually going to be fighting on this little hill. I'm keeping that in mind. I want to beat everyone in this lower area to it. Now I got my long sword. This is my preferred loadout on Yodohime right now, the long sword with the great sword. And the reason being, I'll probably show it off later here. You want that stun combo of the long sword combined with the damage of the great sword. And the mix up there is just so good. Unfortunately, my stamina, or rather my mechanics, are just not that great. Guys, I want to rewind this and show you just how much reach you can get with this thing. All right, I'm gonna go to where this move starts. Look at how far away this guy is. Like, that's a big reach for a weapon like the great sword. Look at this, slide, instant jump, and then you want to really wait till you're in the air for this. But look at the reach. And by the way, you're sliding. It doesn't matter if you're falling. You're not gonna hit the ground because your animation is gonna come out. Just look at that, the absolute tip of it. And that's his whole armor that he recovered gone. And now I have instant advantage. From there, it's just chasing with basic attacks.
Never ends well for them.
This is a beautiful technique if you want to use it, guys. You beat him to the zone and you know he has to come to you because it's one of the last zones. So if he's trying to grapple in, you can just focus attack this, and as long as he's not a god, or as long as you can read the counter out of the grapple, then you can absolutely trap him. Nothing you can do. Now I'm trying to put as much obstacle between this guy as I can until I'm fully healed. Kind of whiff on that a little bit. I see the stone form and I run away. We clash on the focus. Very important lesson there that I'll go over as soon as this section of the fight ends. When you're playing greatsword versus greatsword, whoever attacks last is the one who wins. All right, if you're both going after it, whoever attacks last wins. The reason being is because while you are charging up your attack, you have stone form, and that applies to focus attacks. So you can see what happens here is that he hits the first one, he still goes forth with his focus, but I'm holding it because I know the game being played here. And as soon as he fully commits, you let it rip. And look at that, that's all the armor and a bit of health. Now at this point, I am half armor, full health. This guy's trying to third party with the bow. And as you can see in the top left up here, it is top 3. So what I am going to do is I really want to disrupt this guy. But as you can see, he's going to chunk me down for the rest of my armor. So now I'm playing keep away a little bit. And same deal, trying to put as many obstacles between me and the other guy as possible. Just try to disrupt this fight as much as possible, get out of the zone. Definitely don't want that. But that distracts the other guy. So while I have this brief moment of calm, I'm just going to get free heals off. That advanced heal is really going to come in. This is very important. I see the ult being popped, and that is a cue for me to jump in as soon as the action stops. As soon as someone burns their ult, guys, you better go crazy. And he's going to end up taking that kill, but he uses ult. And if you have a little knowledge, Yodohime's ult goes through Timulk's. And this is just putting him in a blender. There's no way he gets out of this. And that's GG, guys. So all in all, about 2 bot kills for sure. But I do end up with 8. Decent bit of damage. And that's really the ticket to winning these games, guys, is just picking your fights very smartly and making sure that, you know, you're not going into the thick of it whenever there's 5 players surrounding you. It's all about having that knowledge. But thank you guys for watching this gameplay review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's something I want to do about once a week. So if that's something you're interested in, then be sure to like the video and subscribe. But I got to go play some more Naraka. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and I will see y'all next time.